No, I'm sorry. I'm telling you now, as a woman, when a woman's feeling you, she's all over you. And like, as much as women say, like, women are too nice to say no. So instead, we'll just like keep you there, and that's the honest truth. It's like, and I'm sorry if like you've got to hear it from me, but if you're doing all these beautiful things for a woman, like you're taking her out, you're buying her lavish gifts, like you're giving all this time and always putting her first, like that is the kind of man a woman wants.
Yes, 100%.
But when you're actually doing that, and if she's not returning that energy in any small way, she's not feeling you, and 100%. She's there to use you. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, let's just hit the nail on the head.
All right, so she said something early on in the video that really caught my attention, right? She said women are too nice to tell you no. And that's the thing, when you're spending money on a woman early on and doing all these different things, the flowers, the dinners, the extravagant trips, when you do that for a woman who hasn't deserved it, like she said, women are too nice to tell you no. They're not gonna say, hey, you know what I'm saying, before you spend this money, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanna let you know that I really don't like you like that. So I really don't want you to waste your time. So don't spend that money on me. Don't spend money on that nice dinner. Women are not going to do that. Now, women that have character will do that. But for the most part, most of these modern women are not going to give you the heads up. You know what I'm saying? This is why you don't invest like that early on. You need to be able to see, man, does this woman really like me? Because like she said, when a woman is feeling a dude, she's gonna be all over him. But yet, what do? We give all these flowers, these extravagant dates, and we're not getting nothing in return. No type of reciprocation. And that's what usually happens to most men, because we give our all up front without even seeing, man, does this woman like me? Because that's one thing a woman may say. Like she said, a woman may say, oh, I want a guy that gives me flowers and do this and do that. But that woman wants that, but she wants it from the guy she loves and respects. And guess what? The funny part, the backwards part about all of this is she can't respect and love you early on if that's what you're doing early on. That's the thing. If you're giving her flowers and expensive dinner dates early on, what she says she wants, and you're doing that early on, she gets turned off by that. And the reason why she gets turned off because she knows that you don't know her yet. She has did nothing to deserve this. She knows that. She knows that she doesn't deserve that, and you're giving that to her early on, which lets her know that you ain't got respect for yourself. See, as a man, you gotta have respect for yourself. You ain't gotta invest a lot of money in financial things early on. You wanna lead with authenticity. You wanna lead with your ambition. You wanna lead with your drive. And what I mean is, let a woman rock with you because of how you conversate, because of your body language, your posture, how you're showing up, your assertiveness, the respect you have for yourself. That's what a woman should fall in love with. It shouldn't be falling in love with the flowers and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. If you're my woman, yeah, I'm gonna do that for you, the flowers and the trips, when you earn and deserve it. I'm not doing it just because you got something fat back there and something big up here. No way, Jose. Women are like professional time wasters. And this is not to all women. I don't want to make it seem like this is an all women thing, but what I mean by that is, if you give a woman attention and undeserved, financial things and stuff like that she hasn't earned, she's not, like I said earlier in the video, she's not gonna tell you to stop. She's gonna allow you to keep going. And you thinking in your head, like, I remember I would be thinking, oh, I'm getting somewhere because she texting me back. She's entertaining me. But meanwhile, I'm actually not linking up with her. Every time I see her, I gotta spend money on her. She's never making it easy for me. She's always putting obstacles in my way. And I'm thinking, man, I'm a man, that's what I gotta do. Let me just go through these obstacles. I gotta fight for her because that's what everybody told me growing up, which is the opposite thing that you have to do. Because if you're a man that has gotten with women before, you understand that women make it easy for dudes that they like. Women don't put obstacles in the way of dudes that they want. And the thing is, man, we live in the era now where women will be like, oh, if you look on these dating app profiles, they'll be like, oh, nah, you gotta come correctly. You gotta take me to a dinner date early on. If you're not dating, I'm not rocking with it. They'll say all those things, but at the end of the day, we shouldn't be dealing with women like that. A woman who has that type of mindset that you got to spend a lot of money early on to get to know her is not a woman you want to deal with. You want a woman who understands that a date is not about how much money I can spend, how much I can cash out on you. Because that type of stuff, you're spending money like that, it gets expensive. And most of the times when you're spending that type of money, it don't even go nowhere with the woman. How many times have you spent a lot of money and it never went nowhere versus the women who are cool with going for a walk in the park, or maybe even, I know nowadays bowling and stuff like that is a little expensive, but even doing something like that where it's an activity, man, usually those type of situations go further than me taking you to a steakhouse or me taking you to, you know, wherever, these expensive and lavish places. And then I never see you again. And I always go to this, but this is why I talk about vetting so much on my channel, because when we learn how to vet women properly, and all vetting is, for people who don't know what that means, is having some type of system in place to see how interested a woman is. So being able to identify, is this woman asking me questions? Is she engaging through the phone? Does she text back 5 hours later, or does she text back in under an hour? Because we all understand, yeah, we all got busy lives, but let's be reasonable here. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are always on their phones. So you need to be paying attention to these things. How is she moving? Is she giving you one-word answers? If you met in person, is her body language open towards you? So when you have a good vetting system in place, you'll be able to identify women who you got to do these lavish things when you first meet her. See, a woman who acts like that doesn't really want you, because the guy she wants, she'll be cool with going for a walk in the park because she actually wants him. But a guy she don't want, she feels like, oh, since I'm giving you time, or since I'm going out with you, you need to make it worth my while. So to make it worth my while, let's go to this fancy dinner spot, and I'm gonna let you spend $200-$300, and I'm gonna never see you again, because you should be convincing me. And when you're in that type of mind frame, when you do those expensive dates, that shows me that you don't have no respect for yourself as a man. Because I want a woman who wants a leader. A feminine woman wants a masculine man. So it's like, if you're going against that and already being combative, because a woman who wants you, she's not gonna really care what y'all do, because she just wants to be with you. And it's funny, because women that actually rock with me, it doesn't matter what we do, we're gonna have a good time, because it's not about me and my resources. It's about us two as individuals. So that's the thing you gotta be able to identify. If a woman is trying to already switch the plans early on, I've had plenty of women that say, oh, no, I don't want to go here. Let's go over here instead. I'm going to let y'all know. Anytime a woman has tried to switch the plans on me, or offer or suggest another place to go, anytime a woman has did that, it never worked out with that woman. I'm telling you, 100% of the time, it never worked out. When a woman wanted to do her own thing and she wanted to do this instead of what I wanted to do, it never worked out. And that's the thing we got to understand. You want a woman who is, shout out to Ron Wills, in cooperation with your operation. That's what you want. You need her to be cooperative. And if you seeing early on, okay, she's trying to switch the plans, okay, she's flaking, she's putting obstacles in my way, that's part of vetting. That's not a woman for you. You know, so the other main point I want y'all to get out of this is the fact that when you're spending money on a woman, that, like, a lot of times we confuse attention with interest. And we have to learn how to separate those two things. Just because a woman is giving you attention doesn't mean she's interested. Because women give a lot of dudes attention, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be sealing the deal with those guys. And we tend to get a lot of that mixed up. We start thinking about, well, she said this, she said this, she said she was gonna do this. But until that woman is doing what you want her to do, then it's all cat. You gotta watch a woman's actions. Women will allow you to spend money on them, you know what I'm saying, do all those different things, but still not give you what you want. So you gotta pay careful attention to these things. But if you let her looks overtake you, or you can't make decisions with this head and you're making it with that head, it's gonna blind you. You're gonna be blinded. You're not gonna even know what you're doing until it's too late. So that's the thing, we have to be aware of these things. We gotta get a good vetting system in place. We can't confuse attention with interest. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day also too, you gotta put yourself first. A woman is not finna tell you to stop spending money on her. Now, a woman with character will do that, but most women are not going to do that. So this is why early on, you don't want to spend a lot of money on a woman. You want to see how interested is she? Is she invested into me? Because when you spending money early on, sometimes it can be hard to tell, but this is why you don't do that. Don't let a woman make you feel like you got to spend a lot of money and you got to date me early on. No, we're not doing that. If you can't go along with my program, I am good. So like I said in every video, man, continue to put yourself first. All right, guys, that's my video for today, man. If you want to see more exclusive content from me, definitely go link into my Patreon. That link is in the description. And also, too, guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.